When you finally reach 20K a month as a business owner, you just want to keep growing. I've done 20K a month in 3 different businesses, alhamdulillah, but every time I reached it, I was grateful for a moment, and then I just wanted to grow and grow to 30, 40, 50K a month. There's always this problem though, this thing that we wonder, what will be the next thing that gets me to the next level? What do I focus on? There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of doubt in our minds. What will be that thing? What will be the tactic, the strategy, the method? And that's actually the biggest enemy of scaling your business, especially in 2025, 2026, is that there are so many tactics, so many methods, courses, books, videos out there teaching you the strategies and the tactics to grow to the next 10, 20, 30K a month. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to navigate around that problem and how the real way to add another 20, 30K to your monthly revenue is not to do with those new tactics. It's actually something completely different. No one really talks about, and it's kind of dumb when you think about it, but it's just the truth of how you're going to grow your business. And I'm going to give you a real life example of what I would do to grow a real business from 20K a month all the way to 50K a month with real details and specifics. So let's make this very real. Let's say we've got a content marketing agency, right? We make content for our clients, for businesses. We're doing about 22K a month. We've got about 10 clients, so about $2,200 per month per client on average. Now, the first thing that I would ask that client is, what's your objective right now for the business? Is it revenue? Is it profit? Is it having more work-life balance or more free time away from the business? And let's say they go with revenue, that's their goal. They got to 20K a month, but they want to keep going. They feel they have that potential, and they do. So their goal is revenue. Let's optimize for that. So our objective is revenue. Now the next step is to look at what is blocking us from growing that revenue. What are the numbers that are a little bit too much off? They're not in line with what we would expect. And therefore, there's a lot of improvement we can make on those numbers to get us to the next 30K a month, then 40, then 50. So I've just got some dummy numbers here. I've got the content goes to a landing page, that's the funnel, and we're getting 600 visits a month. The landing page goes to call booking, and we're getting 7 calls booked a month, which is only 1.2% of the visitors. And then the call bookings to show-ups, only 5 are showing up out of the 7. And then out of the show-ups, 5 show-ups, we're having 1 client close every month. So that is a 20% close rate. These are our dummy numbers that we're going to roll with. So you might have seen it there that the main number that is way off is the call booking rate. The amount of visitors to that page that are actually booking a call is way too low. And that's something that hopefully we can easily double that number. If we double that number, what do? We double the revenue immediately if all the other numbers stay the same. And this here is the key, getting clarity, which a lot of business owners do not have. So we've taken your overall goal for your business, which is growing revenue. Then we've looked at your number. We've said which number, if we improve it, would grow the revenue the most. And we've said it's the call booking. And now we know that we need to focus on call booking, and everything else we can ignore for now. This is a very big deal as well. The fact that now you can relax a little bit and know that I'm not focused on those numbers. Those numbers, they might go up, they might go down. But right now, I'm focused on the highest leverage thing in my business, which is working on improving this number, the call booking rate. So now we get even more focused. Okay, you want to increase the booking rate. What does that mean you need to work on? You might need to work on the quality of your traffic. You might need to work on the landing page itself. You might need to work on even the time availability in the call booking widget, all of these details. And to do that, we want to use a strategy. This is where those strategies and those fancy YouTube videos and books that have so much detailed tactical information in, this is where they come in. They don't come in straight away where you watch a video and it makes you want to implement a random new strategy. It should be first objective, first clarity. Now, based on our objective, we're looking for a method that will get us to our goal. And so just for a random example, let's say that we've bought the program 1000x Leads by Matt Larson. You may or may not have heard of him. He's not that big, but he did exit an agency for over 8 figures, I believe. And I happen to have bought his program in the past. So let's say I've got that program, I've got access to it, and it's a program for agencies, so it's good for us. And he's got certain modules and certain explanations there on how to get more call bookings. And therefore, that's what we're going to dive into. Because we have access to that, because it's a high quality resource, we're now going to just take that strategy that we've got detailed information on how to implement, and we're actually going to implement it. And this is the crazy thing that too many of us are not doing in business. We've got a lot of ideas, We've got a lot of tactics. We've got access to so much information, but how much of it are you actually implementing? Implementing end to end, implementing with high quality, and implementing with speed. Very few of us are doing this, and this is how you become a killer and you go from 20K to 50K a month. So what's going to make you different after watching this video is you realize the power of taking a method, whether it's the best method or it's just a good method, taking a method and actually implementing it. Understanding the power of implementation versus information. You know, information, it's everywhere. There are a lot of good tactics out there, but it does nothing for your business if you don't implement it. And the first step of implementation is getting that clarity. So we've got the clarity, we've got the method that we're going to implement, the full strategy of how we're going to double our call bookings. And now we need to get to work on our 12-week roadmap, right? I like to call these 12-week focus plans because it reminds me that I am focused on this number. If this number can double my revenue, therefore I'm going to give it that respect of 12 weeks of deep focus on getting this done. It's not the absolute only thing I'm working on in my business, of course. You might have clients, services to fulfill, you might have meetings, you might have whatever. But some of your core work every day is going to be in this direction, in this plan. So take the method from that course, let's say 1000x leads, and you're going to make basically a to-do list. Everything that they're saying to do in that course or that book or whatever you're using, take that and add it to your plan. Your plan should be set up in a week by week way. So week commencing, right? Let's say Monday, you start work on Monday, whatever, every week. That's if you even do weekends. And you're going to have dates of the start of every week. And then every week in that date slot, you're going to have a column for your tasks. Like, what do you have to achieve by the end of this week? And you have to really take those deadlines seriously. If it says you have to do those 6 tasks, you got to do those 6 tasks. Even if you got to stay up late, you got to wake up early, whatever it is. This is business version of university assignments, right? You've got to upload it by that time, otherwise it's automatically rejected. You have to take it very seriously. And you have to plan out your whole 12 weeks ahead of time. What will this do? It stops you floating back into strategy mode and wondering about the method of implementation, all that, while you're deep in a focus block, in your 12-week focus block. So you're taking the to-dos from the course, from the book, whatever, and you're just listing it out. Every week you're going to have probably 4 to 6, 7 things to do every week. Sometimes there'll be the same things every week, like doing a new headline test every week. And some of them, they'll be one-offs. It'll just be like changing the bullet points, changing the video, re-recording a VSL, whatever it is. The point is you're planning it out ahead of time so that every week you are being told by your plan what to do that week. And every day you can just knock a little bit off it and you're chipping away at your goal, which is to double your call bookings. Another thing I would do is I would have a column for one of your main KPIs. So you'd have like your call booking, but you might have other sub KPIs like landing page visits or calls booked or something like that. But you're keeping track of the numbers that's related to this area of your business. So that every week you're doing the task, but you're also monitoring the progress that you're making and seeing if you're going up or not. And it's a very simple table to put together in a spreadsheet or whatever software you want. Because, you know, Peter Drucker, he said, whatever gets measured gets managed. When you put it, especially that number right in your face, you tend to do more about it. It might take you a week or so to make that plan, but once you've made it, now you just lock in. Now you just, every week, you've got your to-do list made for you, and you just bang that out, and you make it a priority. You might have a deep work session in the morning, you get it done in that period. You might have a few tasks that you haven't done from at the end of the week. Well, now you got to stay up late to get it done, but you just make sure you get it done. And one thing that helps me with this is getting an accountability coach, getting somebody that you respect generally, and someone has a structure and they know how to conduct an accountability call. You get them to hold you accountable. You have a call with them every week. It might be 10 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on how much you did or didn't get done. And it just adds that social pressure element of having to get on a call with somebody and tell them to their face, I said I would do that, but I didn't do it. This is scientifically proven to increase your likelihood of getting things done by 50%. And in other studies, 92%. So having an accountability call once a week is very, very powerful in making sure you don't just have a plan, but you actually implement it consistently. Now, my question for you, if you're in this position, you're implementing this, and you actually take the system and you actually implement it, and you've got the accountability partner or coach to make sure you're taking action on it, why would your call booking rate not double? Like, you're focusing on moving a metric for 12 whole weeks. You're taking a proven method from someone that you've learned from, and you're implementing it properly with detail. You're giving it priority and attention. Why would this not work? Now I ask you again, what if you did that and you accomplished that, and then you did another 12-week focus plan and you implemented that? Would this not compound your revenue as a business? Would this not get you in the year to go from 20K to 50K a month? Would this not allow you to achieve pretty much any goal that you have for your business? The crazy thing is that if I double my call booking rate and then the next 12 weeks I work on doubling my close rate or something, I could 4x my revenue, because these systems, once you implement them and they're working, they just compound on top of each other, layer by layer. And this is how we scale your business. Taking one system, actually implementing it, getting it done with focus, discipline, and we actually have time to take a week off, chill, come up with the next plan, and then implement another 12 weeks. And that is how I would take this content marketing agency from 20K a month to 50K a month, by using systems and focused implementation.